Please welcome to the ring the former WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the world, now the proud reigning and defending WBC Interim Super Welterweight Champion, Vergil Ortiz Jr., a fierce and disciplined warrior known for his heavy hands, calculated pressure, and unshakable resolve. The arena erupted as the crowd witnessed the return of a man on a mission, taking on the supremely talented Israil Madrimov, an elite fighter with over 300 amateur bouts, known for his slick movement, high-level ring IQ, and a fearlessness that made this fight one of the most anticipated showdowns in the super welterweight division. With English referee Kieran McCann officiating the bout at the 154-pound limit, both men approached the center of the ring with sharp eyes and sharper intentions. From the opening bell, Ortiz Jr. began imposing his presence, inching forward with a high guard, a piercing jab, and that signature menace in his footwork, doubling up on the left hand with fierce accuracy to both head and body, cutting off the ring, trying to corner his man early and set the tone. Madrimov, unfazed and fully aware of what was coming, responded with slick lateral movement, feints, and shoulder rolls, doing his best to offset the rhythm of Ortiz's attack. The early rounds showcased Madrimov's defensive genius as he used upper body movement to make Ortiz miss and return fire with crisp counters to the body and head. His footwork was fluid, his positioning intelligent, always pivoting off the ropes, refusing to be a static target and making Ortiz chase shadows at times. But Ortiz was patient and methodical, never rushing, never abandoning the plan. He slowly but surely turned up the pressure, jabbing to the midsection, landing hard hooks to the ribs, and constantly moving forward, cutting off escape angles and forcing Madrimov into close-range exchanges. The Texan's timing began to take over, feinting low, and then firing over the top, timing Madrimov's slips, and gradually breaking down the elusive Uzbek. Madrimov showed moments of brilliance, landing a sneaky, right uppercut off a pivot or slipping 3 shots in a row, and countering beautifully, but Ortiz's relentless pursuit and savage body assault started taking a toll. You could see Madrimov's legs begin to slow just slightly, his movement less sharp, his guard lifting higher as the body shots started to sap his stamina. The crowd could feel the momentum shift, and Ortiz seized it, letting his hands go in rapid-fire combinations, targeting the torso, and then snapping the head back with crushing rights. But Madrimov was a warrior, and with a heart as strong as his chin, he stood his ground, firing back in defiance, refusing to go quietly into the storm. Rounds 6 through 9 were brutal, back and forth, edge-of-your-seat action. Ortiz charging forward, landing thudding hooks and chopping rights, while Madrimov tried to reset, fire combinations, and find any opening he could to reclaim control. Still, Ortiz's shots had more weight, more impact, and he refused to let Madrimov breathe. The corners were screaming, the crowd was roaring, and inside the ropes, 2 elite athletes were pouring their hearts into every second. Ortiz was like a machine, absorbing counters without flinching, moving forward, working the body, then sneaking uppercuts through the guard. Madrimov, mouth open, face marked, still found moments to land counters that made the crowd gasp, but the damage was mounting. The championship rounds brought a higher level of desperation and fire. Ortiz, now fully in rhythm, dug into the body with savage intent, walking Madrimov down, pinning him against the ropes, firing short, compact combinations that thudded like thunder. Madrimov, drained yet defiant, kept swinging, trying to create space, but the bodywork was beginning to slow his footwork and force him to exchange more often than he wanted. Ortiz sensed it. He increased his output, kept the pressure up, and landed flush hooks that snapped heads back and echoed through the arena. But Madrimov never backed down. Even when his legs looked heavy and his breath labored, he fought like a man with something to prove, answering back with clean lefts, uppercuts, and heart-stopping flurries in close. The fans were on their feet. This wasn't just a fight anymore. It was a war of will, pride, and championship resolve. With seconds remaining in the 12th round, both men let their hands go in a final, breathtaking exchange, a flurry of leather and courage that defined everything great about this sport. Blood, sweat, and heart covered the ring as the final bell rang, and both men stood tall, exhausted but unbroken. The decision would come down to the judges, but the real victory was in the performance. Ortiz Jr. with unrelenting aggression, high-volume punching, and intelligent bodywork. Madrimov with resilience, skill, and a refusal to quit under fire. This was more than a fight. It was a testament to grit, strategy, conditioning, and the spirit of 2 world-class warriors. No matter what the scorecards read, Both fighters left a piece of themselves in the ring that night, and every fan watching knew they had witnessed something unforgettable.